of 2022, when the Vice Chancellor of AJU, Father Evaristus Ekweme, started the conversations with His Excellency Archbishop Paulo Rudelli, the Apostolic Nuncio, intending to promote an award associating the Center for Acts of Arupe and the Apostolic Nunciature in Zimbabwe. The idea matured and gained the title of Pope Francis Youth Award for Faith and Social Transformation. After some discussion, the proposal presented the following general description, and I quote: "The Pope Francis Award for Faith and Social Transformation is an annual competition on the teachings of Pope Francis and the Catholic social teachings. The award is given to either individuals or a group of young people who demonstrate consistency in faith and social transformation in their schools, communities, or churches. It is limited to any teachings of the Pope or any social teaching of the Church that has brought about social change or transformation in the school, community, or church. For instance, peace building, care for environment, child protection, fraternity, and so on." The idea was bringing forward, the publicity has been made, and on September last year, the HAU and the Nunciature could effectively promote the first edition of the award. Now we arrive to the second edition, aiming to repeat the success of the first. The goals are the same. We have the teachings of Pope Francis and the social doctrine of the Church to guide and to inspire initiatives of your youth and the people of goodwill in promoting a better society. But one can perhaps ask at the end, when we mention the teachings of Pope and social doctrine of the Church, what are you talking about? It's clear for us, teachings of Pope Francis are very consistent during these almost 11 years of pontificate. In the social realm, we have a powerful program of action oriented to promote new relationships, a new politics, the care for our common house, the justice, the peace. We can find the richness of the teachings of Pope Francis in encyclicals like Evangelii Gaudium, Laudato Si, Fratelli Tutti, and so many pronouncements and speeches of the Holy Father. He has the world and the societies at his heart, and he knows that big challenges in our time, like the growth of the inequalities, the culture of indifference, the migrations, the war and the conflicts, the destruction of the environment, and so many other challenges, requires a decisively response from everyone. And when we talk about social doctrine of the Church, what are you talking about? Actually, the concern of the Pope with the challenges of the society and with the growth of the poverty, the injustice, and the conflicts are not new. The world watched enormous transformation since the end of the 19th century, during all the 20th century, and even now in this beginning of the 21st century. It's a world in continuous change. An age of deep economic transformations, passing for revolutions in the political systems, changes in the constitution of the families and social groups, new relations in the human world, a new conscience of the international community and its role in face of the problems to promote the common good. The Church didn't ignore all the movements and transformations that a new world brought to us. As a matter of fact, the Church joined and is joining the humanity, knowing that the permanent truth of the divine revelation and the gospel are called to enlighten and propose solutions for a continuous changing world. So, during more than a century, the Church could yield and is still yielding with solidity and coherence his social doctrine. So, the social doctrine arises from the faith. If we believe in the salvation offered to us that touch the human beings in all his dimensions, not just the spiritual dimensions, but all the dimensions of the human beings. Even in the communitarian ties and social relationships, even these dimensions are transformed by the gospel and they are redeemed by Christ, as we believe. A good Christian also hopes for justice and loving one another, build the fraternity and fight for the common good. Faith, hope, and charity, the main Christian virtues, reflected and applied in the efforts for social transformation. For this reason, this award is not just called Pope Francis Award for Social Transformation, but it's called Pope Francis Award for Faith and Social Transformation. There is no Catholic or Christian social work without faith. This is our difference. We are not just doing good things, as other social organizations or institutions know. We receive the gift of faith. Our actions are guided by the light of faith. We know that having been loved by God and saved for our Lord, we can at the same time love one another, fighting for justice, promoting and seeking the good of all creation and the good of all creatures. So we are here to celebrate and recognize the efforts of those young people who are trying to live what Pope Francis and also Pope John Paul II described as social love. Social love is that aiming to build in their own world a civilization of love. Those young people here were once conquered by the faith, by the Christian faith. So they discovered the faith as a gift, and they are growing with others in their Christian identity. From the faith, they are passing to the works. They are discovering the social love as force capable of inspiring new ways of approaching the problems of today's world, of profoundly renewing structures, social organizations, and even legal systems from within.
It is my hope that as we celebrate the winners, we will also learn from their creativity and be inspired to create a new society where people's happiness and well-being comes from serving others and from being good stewards of creation. These awards should inspire the commitment of everyone to live responsibly so that others can live a fulfilling and happy life. We all have a role to play. In the words of the Holy Father, together we should be striving boldly and responsibly to promote a sustainable and equitable development within the context of a